Hello and welcome everybody to day 5 of our 7-day course. And I hope that you've all enjoyed a nice 4 days of meditation so far and benefited from the session so far. And we hope to go forward further today. And the topic for the day is effective communication with meditation, and how to be sweet and impactful with our meditation. And we are also going to focus related to this topic on this energy center that is at the base of the throat, what is called the cervical plexus, and try to understand how we can benefit in terms of communication through this meditation technique of Sahaja Yoga meditation. And we can understand how this relates to the different other aspects of our life and how we can be more collective and better communicators. So as you can see in this picture here on the right side of the screen, you can see this what we call as the subtle system, where we have at the base of the spine this triangular bone. And you can see within that is our motherly energy, also known as Kundalini. It's in the form of 3.5 coils that starts to flow through our different channels and energy centers within our body once we get our self-realization, the experience that we've had earlier this week. And if somebody's starting first time today, has joined us today, welcome. And you can just follow along the session. And at the end of the session, we can have a Q&A, and we can also arrange for a one-on-one session later. I hope you can enjoy. So you can see this energy that is in the sacrum bone, once it is awakened, starts flowing through the different energy centers that are along the spinal column. We have 6 energy centers that are above and 1 below. And the energy flows through the left, right, and center, the 3 channels within us, where the left corresponds to the past and the right corresponds to the future. And the left side gives us the desire, and the right side gives us the action to fulfill that desire. And the goal of the meditation is to remain in the center, to be balanced, so that we can use the left and the right, but not to go too far towards either the left or the right. So that's kind of the basics of this Sahaja Yoga meditation technique. And we can talk a little bit about the topic of the day, how to be effective in our communication. And I think this is something that, irrespective of what our places in life, what kind of a job or what kind of relationships we have, where we are, communication is very important. I think this everybody understands. And a lot of times we get frustrated, we get upset when we are not able to communicate clearly with each other. And we tend to sometimes blame others for maybe not understanding us, or sometimes we feel guilty about us not being able to understand the other. So this is usually a battle that goes on within all of us. And it's especially in modern day communication, we have a lot of new technology that has come in terms of communication. We have social media, and we have different ways of communicating. And even though the number of ways of being able to communicate has grown quite a bit, it's effectively communicating has become much harder. And I think we can all practically feel this challenge, right? So we are going to understand what is the connection with this energy and this energy center within us to this quality of communication within us. And we can see that this energy center, we can see quite logically that it corresponds to communication as in speech. So we use this, our throat and our vocal cord to speak. But it also is responsible for communication in the other way, for us to be able to understand when somebody else is communicating something to us. Communication can be also multifaceted. You could have verbal communication, which we all understand and recognize. A little bit more subtle than that could be body language, which sometimes we can understand, sometimes it's difficult to pick up. It can also, both in terms of verbal and body language, can also vary across different cultures and across different languages. People use different ways of expressing themselves, and especially in a country like America, where we are so multicultural and we have people from all over the world who come here. It's a melting pot of different cultures. It becomes even more important to be able to understand each other and to be able to effectively communicate. And communication can be either, you want to achieve something, you want to get something done, you need to be able to communicate effectively, but also in a way to maintain harmony with each other within the family, at work, in our society. It's very important. And we can see, there are so many challenges because of the struggles in communication that we have, disconnects and discord in different aspects of our life. So, and this energy center is responsible for allowing us to communicate not only in a verbal or non-verbal way, but also through this energy that's flowing within us. This Kundalini or motherly energy that's flowing within us is, once it crosses the seventh energy center at the top of the head, is allowing us to connect with this energy that's all around us. And once it is connected, we you can think of it as like our being online in a subtle way, right? So once we are hooked up, connected to this network energy that's flowing all around us, then we are able to feel not only in a physical way, in a verbal way, we can also feel the energy of each other. So first thing this energy gives us is the ability to feel our centers on our hands, right? So you can see on the picture here on the hands, the different parts of our hand are given different colors, and we learn more in detail as we go along. But we can feel our own energy centers. So that's the first step of communication. And then once we are able to feel our own centers, and we can see, I think a lot of you have already experienced this, either a coolness or warmth or sometimes tingling on the different parts of the hand. And we can learn, it's very simple. We can learn how to decode which part of our subtle system through our hands is in good condition or which parts need more work, right? And then once we get a little bit established and we are able to feel our own centers, we can also feel this, the chakra or the centers of other people, right? And we feel this energy flowing through our hands. And for example, you're talking to somebody and you can feel that they have a certain problem just by your physical manifestation on the hands. And this is something, again, that practically you can experience, and you can experiment and become more familiar as you go along. And if you can feel the energy center of the other person, first thing that happens is you recognize that maybe in their behavior, in their communication, they're saying something, but then underneath, maybe even they don't know about it. You can see that they're having some problem. For example, a very common experience we have is people tend to get aggressive, and they try to dominate us and control us, or maybe in a way they speak, they appear angry. But once you start feeling this energy, so a lot of times you can feel like this. I think we looked at this energy center yesterday. This on the sternum bone, the fourth energy center. That person's probably feeling insecure, and in a way to cover up the insecurity, they get aggressive. And once we understand that, then we can change how we communicate with them, right? So things like that. So very simple, practical things that we can get by using this energy, right? And the way we use it is not in a mental way, but in a very practical way that we're going to learn a little bit through our meditation today. And as we go along, as we learn more about these energy centers, we can understand how to use this energy and how to communicate better, how to understand each other better, and how to also express ourselves better in a sweet manner that's not aggressive, but at the same time that is effective. right? So that's kind of the gist of it. And I think we can watch a short video clip by Srimataji, the founder of Sahaja, on this topic. It's a few minutes, just about 3 minutes long, and we can learn a little bit more about the center.
So now the other center which we have here is very important center called as the Vishuddhi Chakra. This is the center B, Shuddha. One is Shuddha means pure, but B Shuddha means absolutely pure. This has got 16 petals, as we have got the cervical plexus expressed in the gross, which has also got 16 subplexuses. It tallies with medical science completely. Now let us see how is Vishuddhi Chakra made. All the vowels that we use come from Vishuddhi Chakra. And like in Devanagari language, it is a, I, u, e, I, o, ru, aha. So, as you know that you cannot compile a word without a vowel. It's so important. The consonant is weak without nirbal, without any strength, without the vowel. So, the strength of a person comes through the Vishuddhi Chakra in his speech. The center, what we call here, is the Vishuddhi Chakra, is the center where human beings raise their head up. This is the center that has made us a human being. And from this center only rises the ego and superego, because this is the center of collectivity. Because we speak through this center, we talk through this, we have rapport with other people through this, and as a reaction to that, ego and superego is built within us. When that is built within us, we become a personality. I am some, he is some, you are some. At that point, we become a person who has the consciousness of I-ness. Like, then I say, I like this, I want this. I will say, I am an Indian. You will say, I am an Englishman. All these misidentifications start because you become an individual who tries to identify with many things. That's how we become separated from that power. This is the freedom we get, where we have to ourselves learn from our errors and trials what is right and what is wrong.
Okay, so I hope you got some general idea about the theory behind this, but now we'll go into the practical aspect. And for that, I will hand over to Karthik, who will guide us through a meditation and try to feel this energy flowing through us. Go ahead, Karthik. Thank you.
Once again, a warm welcome to everybody. Let's prepare ourselves for meditation. Let's keep both the hands relaxedly on our lap. Gently close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. The idea is to breathe in and then hold for a few seconds. Breathe out and then again hold for a few seconds and then breathe in again at your own leisure. Don't stress yourself, just do it relaxedly. Also, let's check our posture. Let's try not to slouch. Let's keep our spine as straight as possible without again stressing ourselves in a relaxed fashion. Now let's place our right hand on our heart but on the left side. Right hand on the heart but a little bit towards the left. Here we say the affirmation Mother Kundalini. So this inner energy, which is called Kundalini, like Mother Earth, is considered a feminine and a motherly energy. So it's appropriate to address this energy as Mother. Mother Kundalini. I do recognize that I am the pure spirit, something more than my mind, I'm something more than my intellect, something more than my past, something more than my habits. I'm something more than what I think that I am. Now let's take the right hand to the very top of the head, palm facing downwards. Press your scalp a little bit and rotate it in a clockwise fashion with that little bit of pressure 7 times, and each time make a very sincere request. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. If it's possible, I would love to experience the state of self-realization. Do that very slowly for 7 times. No need to be super accurate about the number. Just do it approximately. Each time say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Now both hands back on the lap. Now coming to the practical aspect of today's class, let's raise our right hand few inches above the top of the head. So don't touch the top of the head, palm facing downwards. Your palms are very sensitive. So try to move your right hand a little bit above the top of your head. And note down what you're experiencing. Mentally note down. You can give a good 2 to 4 inch gap. Also feel free to move it upwards. Some people can feel it much higher. Now let's try with the left hand. Right hand back on the lap. Left hand palm facing downwards. above the top of the head. A good 4 inches above the top of the head. Move it around. Also, feel free to move it upwards, because for some people it can be much higher. For some people, it could be actually pretty close to your head also. So, experiment with it. Both hands back on your lap. Now take a moment to observe any sensations that you may be feeling both on your palms and on the top of your head. We can raise both hands to chest height. So lift it straight up from your lap to your chest height. This inner energy, which is called as Kundalini in Sanskrit, is a very natural energy and is very similar to how nature works. And if you see, nature does not have the complications of our human mind. So it's very, very simple, very approachable, and very direct. So sometimes asking very simply what we want can help. So let's try that. Let's say, Mother Kundalini, I would very much love to enjoy this cool breeze that can help me feel connected to the universe. Could I please experience it? Let's ask 3 times. Mother Kundalini, could you please give me the experience of this cool breeze? Mother Kundalini, if it's okay, can I please experience this cool breeze? Now, very slowly, very gently, let's bring both our hands back to the lap. Let's try to meditate for a few minutes. If you do get any thoughts, if the thoughts are past oriented, meaning you're thinking about something in the past, there is an extremely powerful affirmation which is I forgive the thought, which can help. If the thought is futuristic or about something you need to do, you can just tell yourself, I'll deal with it later. Right now, I'm meditating. So, in a very simple, relaxed way, let's try to see how deep we can go today. For most of you who feel something on their palms, whether it be cool breeze or warm breeze or any other sensations, it usually indicates that this energy has awakened and is hard at work trying to bring you to the state of balance. We can use this energy in our fingertips. The closest English word that can explain what it is vibrations. So you can use these vibrations, or also the beautiful Sanskrit word called Chetana. We can use that to help deepen our meditation. So let's try a small experiment. Let's take our right hand, palm facing towards you, and very slowly, starting from the base of your spine, slowly move your right hand upwards to the very top of your head. Slowly move your right hand upwards, palm facing you, fingers pointing towards you, to the very top of your head. So let's do this together 7 times. And each time we request, Mother Kundalini, I'm very curious to feel this experience. Could you please help me enjoy the feeling of deep meditation and awakening of this inner power? Once again, no need to be too fanatical about numbers. It's just a number. When you're done approximately 7 times, gently rest your right hand back on the lap. Now we can slowly open your eyes. So I'll just say one last thing. So this is how to use your hands and fingers to clear any problems that you may have on your subtle system. For instance, since we are talking about the Vishuddhi chakra or the throat chakra today, so it is located on exactly on your throat, just beneath your throat, in your body. So if you want to enhance your meditative experience and open this energy center, one way to do that would be to use the vibrations which are flowing from your fingers in a fashion, like try to rotate it around that chakra. So the energy center moves. So the reason why it's called a chakra is because it's a wheel and it's moving in a horizontal plane. So if we do a clockwise rotation around that particular energy center, this vibration helps clear any problems or imbalances in that chakra, and you will feel the Kundalini rising more effortlessly. So this is one technique that I wanted to share. As usual, thank you all for attending. There is a resources section where you will be sent emails about we will be sent emails and WhatsApp messages about our future classes. And one thing I want to add, which is also in the chat, is that the 6th and 7th day will not be at the exact same time. Please note that it will be at 11 a.m. PST. So it's in the morning. So there is a small, like, it is actually the way the schedule was designed, but it may come little counterintuitive for some. So thank you so much for attending. For more information, we have sfbaymeditation.org. Uh, we are going to stay back. Please feel free to share your experiences and ask us any question that you would like to help us, or you would like us to help with.
Thank you so much, Karthik. That was wonderful. It was very peaceful meditation, and I'm feeling the coolness in both my hands. It's flowing so nicely. So I hope everybody enjoyed. So we can go ahead and stop the YouTube, and we can go to Q&A. So if you have any questions, go ahead and you can raise your hand, or